This move is similar to the move in 2016, so we know exactly what is next, and it is this. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening guys, wherever you are on this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video, welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. In today's video, we're gonna look at 2016, what happened at that moment after the move that we just saw now as well in 2024. Also gonna look at the charts, of course, also gonna look at the news, of course, and also ending it with an inspirational quote. Now let's quickly jump into the news and the charts to show you exactly what is happening as we saw a beautiful bounce back to 55k. What is the next target for Bitcoin now? Bam. In 2016, guys, the halving was on July 9th. At that moment, the Bitcoin price was around 650 US dollars. From that moment, in 2016, we dropped all the way to 470 US dollar. That was a 27% drop just after the halving. And from that moment, we went all the way up to the top in 2017 that you all remember, 20,000 US dollar. That was the bull market. I went all in with my house. So I know these numbers almost perfectly. So that was a 27% drop. Now, 2024, that's 8 years later, 2 cycles. Again, 74,000, we dropped again with 26, 27% with a wick to 48. We're bouncing back. What do you think is going to happen next? This is looking very similar to the 2016-17 bull market. Also 26% drop. During the bull market, we had 30+% drops in 2016-17. Now we are experiencing the bull market 2024-25. The top will be in 2025. But this drop that we just saw after the halving, that 27% drop, just is a copy of what we saw in 2016. So if the bull market is now going to happen after this drop, it's going to look the same like 2016 as well, we might end up around 200,000 or higher per Bitcoin, guys. Again, my target is between 120 and 160,000 per Bitcoin, but I will start to take profit around 100,000 US dollar per Bitcoin. And I will guide you through all those moments that I will take profits, because I will publicly say this to you on this YouTube channel, and of course also in my VIP group. In the VIP group, by the way, I also share the trades that I do, for example, on Bybit. Yesterday we opened the trade is now around 26% in profit. Maybe I'm going to close it because there's some resistance, or I will use a trading stop loss or whatever, but I will post that in the VIP group, guys. And we trade on Bybit because on Bybit there is a massive amount of bonuses if you sign up to Bybit. You can get up to 30,000 US dollar in deposit bonus, a $500 airdrop, etc. If you want to trade non-KYC, then I suggest you trade on Blowfin. Blowfin, you don't need any passport, no address, no nothing. You can just sign up using the link down below, and you can even win a Tesla 3 model or a Ninja Kawasaki or a few cool other prizes that you can see here on the image, guys. So yes, Bybit and Blowfin are the 2 exchanges I would suggest you to trade this bull market. Don't be fooled. Don't have weak hands. This market is not over. It's just getting started. These are the playful moments where you buy the dip and where you make your profits. Because the profits are not only made by selling at the top, they're also made by buying near these dips and these bottoms. That was the news for today, guys. Let's jump into the charts now to show you exactly where the resistance and support levels are for Bitcoin short and long term. The first chart for today, guys, is this 1 hour chart. On this 1 hour chart, you can see how the Bitcoin price bounced here from these lows all the way to that resistance line, that green line, and you understand that the green line already is there for a long time. I drew it already when we were above here. I told you guys there was support and then the second support. Now, of course, the support becomes resistance. We need to break that line. If not, take your profits over there. The VIPs, I told you to take long over there. You are in profit, 26 to 27%, somewhere over there. So take your profits if you're afraid that we're not going to break the resistance. You can also wait till a candle closes down below the yellow stepping line to take some profits, because that's a confirmation of that sell signal, because we could bounce even higher and try to go to the next resistance level of 58k. But again, profit is profit. If you're happy with your profits, take them. If we zoom out to a daily channel, we can see that again, yes, that bounce was on that green line, just like it was over there. Look, we wick till there, now we wick through it, but then the next body is above it, and yes, we saw a very big wick on that daily close, a very large wick to the bottom, and the next candle is still red, but also smaller candle. So this is looking very beautiful in terms of it could be a beautiful bounce. As we can see, the RSI is turning around. We went to these low levels of 24, turning around, and red here we had a max red almost to the yellow line. The blue line also touching the yellow line. We don't touch that yellow line often in if we look in Bitcoin history. The moment we touch it, it's mostly a reversal of the market. So for me, it all feels as if we want to reverse to the top again. Also on the weekly, we can see perfectly hit that 200 weekly moving average with a wick, but that body now is a very tiny body. If this candle will close like this in the next 5 days and 17 hours, then that is a very bullish candle, and that could lead to another push to the top. Just like this candle over there, large wick, green tiny body, pushed Bitcoin higher over there in the weekly chart. This could become a channel like that as well, and then push Bitcoin again higher to those 80, 90K levels. There was support on a 200 weekly moving average. This candle is going to close in 5 days, so nothing is sure yet, guys, but again, we found support, and that's the most important part in a bull market to do, find support, for example, at those 200 weekly moving average. Now I'm going to jump into one more chart that is very important for you guys to see at the moment. This chart is a very important one. This chart is the Bitcoin Power Law Cycle Cloud. On this chart, you can see where we are at the moment with the Bitcoin price. That red line, that is the Bitcoin price. Now, we have that black line in the middle, which is the halving cycles mean. So after the halving, what is the cycle's average price? Then that bluish area is the top and the bottom. We are now here, in this part of the halving cycle. Normally, if you follow the path of the other cycles, we could top out at the max over here at 200,000 US dollar in October 2025. And if we do the worst case scenario, we could be over here at 100,000 US dollar in October 2025. In average, we would be somewhere in this area, probably around 120 to 140,000 US dollar per Bitcoin in the Octoberish, Novemberish, Decemberish period of 2025. So the top can also be in April already. If we have a double top, the top would be in April 2025, would also be between 100 and 200K. You know, that is not what we saw in 2021. We had a top, we came back, we had another top. All possibilities. At least I hope you understand the Bitcoin Power Law Cycle Cloud. And for those that don't understand how the Power Law Cycle Cloud is calculated, I have this short clip of 30 seconds that shows you exactly how it's created before I continue the video. Bam! I hope you really enjoyed the charts, guys. So in the short term, again, a lot of trading possibilities. A lot of people see this fear. As you could see, the fear chart, we are really in the stages of fear. That is the moment you need to be greedy, because when there is fear, that's the blood on the streets, you need to be buying. That's just like I told you in yesterday's video. And if you would have bought, you would have been in profit already a little bit at the moment, guys. Could we drop back? Yes, we can. But I think that 50K area is a beautiful area of support for the next bull market to build on. Just remember those periods that we were around 20K and we were dreaming of 50K. That was happiness. 50K was wow. Now 50K is That's the difference of tops that we make in between. Sometimes we make a top and then we come back and you're like, 50K is nothing. 50K is almost still 3 times 16K, the bear market bottom. So it's not nothing, it's beautiful. And you should be happy with 50K and understanding that it will go higher and higher and higher during the bull market into 2025. 100K will be reached, in my honest opinion. Whatever is happening into the world, Bitcoin is unstoppable. It will always go higher and higher and higher because it's an asset that is very exclusive. There's a long store of value. So please understand that Bitcoin is the digital gold of the 21st century. It's protecting you against all those things that are happening all over the world. If it is a war, people still need Bitcoin. If it is all the riots that we see now in the UK, which of us, I don't understand why the army is not like stepping in. Why are they allowing all those immigrants to attack all those UK people and UK families? Why is this allowed? Ask yourself these questions. We can see this happening all over Europe, all over the Western civilization. Something is playing. And in those uncertain situations of the future where we don't know what is happening, you should store your capital in a store of value that holds value. Not something like dollars and euros that they will print a shitload on and that will decrease your purchasing power. And believe me, the only way they will survive this economical crisis at the moment is by turning on the money printer again. And that money printer will be turned on because I read something that the United States is going to buy back like $30 billion worth of whatever, bonds or whatever it is, like each month. So they need to start printing money to be able to do that. And the moment they start to print money, the money you hold, the dollar and the euro, is losing purchasing power because there's more money available now. And that purchasing power of you is going to be destroyed, but they will use that money again to invest in precious assets like gold, Bitcoin, or other commodities that they can use again to increase their richdom, to increase their power. They want to be in control, and they will stay in control as long as we use their currency. The moment we all collectively start to use our currency, Bitcoin, we will slowly grab back that control. But to be very honest, we are giving away that control slowly now to those people again. Why? Because we are not buying and they are. We can see it in the charts, the whales, all the spot ETFs, they are accumulating Bitcoins. All the big companies, the millionaires, the billionaires, they are accumulating Bitcoin. They want to stay in control. They understand the gold of the 21st century. You should start to understand it as soon as possible as well and buy the shit out of Bitcoin. Fuck your bank accounts. Take your savings, take all of that money and put it in Bitcoin or any other store of value like gold, but never leave it in euros or dollars because your purchasing power will be destroyed, and with that, your future and the future of the next generation will also be destroyed. Now, let's jump into the next part. For the last part of the video, guys, I don't have an inspirational quote today, but I'm gonna update you about our family. We are gonna stay here for a couple of more days, and then we're gonna move to another place where we're gonna stay a month, around a month, and then we're gonna move towards Asia again, guys, because we want to be in Asia. We feel more safe in Asia, we feel more happy in Asia, especially during the winter. It's too cold in Europe, and the things that are all happening in Europe, we just don't like that as a family. We don't like all the riots, we don't like all the wars between religions and all that stuff. I don't understand why that is happening over here in the UK, why that's happening in France, why that's happening all over the world, and we also don't understand why it's not being broadcasted on the mass media and also on only in social media like X, for example. So that is one of the reasons we will leave to Asia, because we feel more safe there over there, of course. And we've also seen, of course, the news of new pandemics maybe being there. We are not conspiracy theorists, but you know, when there is smoke, there is fire. So if we hear that there is some new plans popping up about bird flu, whatever it is, we want to protect ourselves as a family, and we will travel to somewhere where we feel more safe and more happy. And that will probably be Asia, guys. In the next month, I'm going to be focusing on a little bit more on sports again, because I want to become a better padel player. You know, padel player. In Spain, is one of the most famous sports. So I'm going to have like private lessons with my brother for like 2 times or 3 times a week for a month long, just to top up my game so I can play a little bit more tournaments, for example, again in Thailand, because their padel is also becoming more popular. So yes, that's something I'm going to do next month, but I will make some videos about that, guys. The thing that I want to educate you about in this last part is that flexibility is a new stability. We as a family choose to live a minimalist lifestyle, which means not that we are poor, which means we don't own real estate, we don't own big houses, we don't own cars, we don't own all that big stuff that you need to drag with you if you move to another place. So, and that gives us a very stable feeling, because when the shit hits the fan in a country like Spain, or in a country like the Netherlands, or in a country like the UK, we will be able to just move. We just move to another country, rent the property over there, stay there for some time until we like it. And if we don't like it over there, we move again. And we will be able to spend our capital all over the world because all our capital is hedged into Bitcoin. We don't need to prove in any other country, yes, we are taking this money from a bank account because this. The bank will ask you tons of questions. What are you doing with this money? Why are you spending so much in Thailand? What are you doing there? What are you doing here? They can't do that to me when I'm in Bitcoin. That's why we still believe that Bitcoin is the only asset that you should be hodling as a store of value, but also as a peer-to-peer cash. We have been using this now for 7 years, all over the world, traveling, without anyone being able to stop us of using that capital. We could invest it in Thailand, we could invest it in Mexico, we can invest it everywhere we want in the world. But why would we invest in real estate, vastgoed, as we call it in the Netherlands, if we don't want to get stuck forever? If I invested in real estate, I am bound to the laws, to the taxes of that country again. I just don't want that. Why would I need that if I can rent all those properties for the time that I want to use it? If I want to rent that house for 1 year, it's okay. 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, I can rent the house as long as we want. People want to rent their houses. They want to make money. So I will be able to always rent it. It's supply and demand. Simple as that. So why would I want to own that and have all the stress of that if I can just use it and let my capital do their work? Because people still need to understand, if I invest 300K in a house, that 300K is stuck in that house. And then that 300K is depending on what the governments decide, if the price of the houses go up or down, because they determine this because of the interest that they increase or decrease. That 300K can also be working in Bitcoin, like it's working in my bot. That 300% can make me 3% a month. If you calculate really fast, that's almost 9K a month. Of 9K a month, I can rent any beautiful house out there and still have money left over to live life, to eat, to do sports. So why would I put that 300K in something that grows really slowly, or maybe doesn't grow? Well, I can also put that 300K in something that is providing me of an income every month that I can use to rent the same house and have money left to eat and to do other things. That's the Bitcoin lifestyle. That's what we as the Bitcoin family have been doing for 7 years. We took our capital, have our capital work for us because it's in Bitcoin, and of the profits and the gains that we make because the capital is working on us, we live a beautiful lifestyle. Everyone can do that. But as long as you keep your money stuck in your bricks in your house, you won't be able to use your capital. If you sell your house, you take that capital, the overvalue, you put it into Bitcoin, your capital starts to work for you. Not for the banks, not for the 1% elite, for you. That's the big difference between the Bitcoin family lifestyle and the dollar-euro lifestyle. That was everything for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. What do you think about everything, all the content? Thanks for watching. I wish you an amazing day. See you tomorrow again. Bam.